Alright guys, I'm gonna sing a song for you now. Subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitch for more content.
You better love me again. You better love me again.
Yo, what's going on everyone? My name is OpagP, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day, I know I am. And today is the release of the 1.17 update, so that means my prediction was wrong. I thought it was going to be 2 to 3 weeks, but in actual fact it was only 1. So today I am going to be showing you guys the new features of the update, but before I do that, I would like to quickly remind you guys that I do stream over on Twitch. I mostly stream Minecraft at the moment, but the link is down in the description if you want to go ahead and follow me. So I'm going to start by reading the changelog, and there's quite a bit for me to read out here. But anyway, we now have deep slate, many deep slate block variations, a new ore texture, a deep slate version of the ore texture, raw iron, raw gold, a block of raw gold, a block of raw iron, copper ore, deep slate copper ore, copper ingot, copper blocks, many copper block variations, lightning rod, candles, axolotls, dripstone, amethyst bud, amethyst cluster, block of amethyst, cave vines, drip leaf, glow item frame, hanging roots, moss block, moss carpet, powder snow, skulk sensor, smooth basalt, spore blossom, amethyst shard, glow berries, glow ink sac, goat horn, spyglass, goats, glow squids, amethyst geodes, and a few changes to some things that were already in the game, such as the ability to make signs glow. That was a lot to read out, but not nearly as much as the 1.18 update is going to be, but that is later in the year, so we don't have to worry about it right now. So I'm going to do a creative showcase, just so I don't have to go out and try and find everything. So as you can see, we have all the blocks laid out here, so let's take a look at these. So firstly, let's take a look at amethyst. Amethyst comes in 3 different variants, the small amethyst, the medium amethyst, and the large amethyst, then the amethyst cluster, and we also have the 2 amethyst blocks here. If you mine these, they can drop amethyst crystals, and these can be found inside amethyst geodes. Next we have some lush cave items. Lush caves currently are not in the game, but we do have some actual items for the lush caves. So firstly we've got the moss block here, and this is a small drip leaf, and the moss carpet, which serves the exact same purpose as a regular carpet. It's just moss. And then we've got a big drip leaf here, and what I find really cool about this is if you stand on it like this, it will go down, and then eventually it will go back up if you wait a couple of seconds. So I think this would be really good for like timed parkour. Like if you're doing a parkour map and you can only spend a certain amount of time on the block before it throws you off, I think that'd be quite cool. Then we have hanging roots, which don't really have like an actual purpose. They're kind of just for aesthetics. I kind of like them, I'm not really too sure. Then we have the spore blossom, and as you may have noticed, we do have some like stuff flying about here. I think that's coming from the spore blossom because that's dropping stuff. I don't know if this has an official purpose, but yeah, it does look actually kind of cool. Next we have, what are these called? I've forgotten. Okay, so these are called an Azalea. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I have no idea how you pronounce that, but yeah, these can also be placed in flower pots as well, which is pretty cool, so that'd be good for decoration. Next we have the glow lichen, which looks like glowing vines. At first I tried to climb up them, but apparently they're not climbable, so yeah, but these can be found in caves as well. Next, dripstone, which is really awesome because not only does it give us a really cool block, but the spiked dripstone can be used to fill cauldrons with lava, so lava is now renewable, so this is going to be super useful, especially in survival mode. All you have to do is put lava above it, put a block underneath it, then place a spiked dripstone, and then it will drip into the cauldron. I'll try and show you this. I'll get a bucket quickly. Empty bucket. Okay, and I'm going to take this out, and then I will do a time lapse to show you how it fills up. Okay, this is taking a really long time. I don't know why it didn't take this long before. It just doesn't want to fill up for some reason. I know it definitely does fill up though, because I did it with these two. But that's not the only thing dripstone is good for, because it can also, well, this isn't necessarily a good thing, but it can kill you, which is why we now have some new death messages. So you can like get a new death message when you freeze to death in powder snow, or if you fall on one of the spikes. You can either die by falling on it or it falling on you. So I feel like that's actually kind of like one of the levels in Mario when those big stone things are falling on top of you. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Next we have Deep Slate, which in my opinion looks absolutely awesome. I personally am a huge fan of the Blackstone blocks, so this block also really appeals to me because of the black and grey colours. And it also comes in many different variants as well. You can get walls and stairs and even some slabs for it as well. So this is going to be really useful for like decoration and builds, because this just looks absolutely awesome. After that, we all know this one, we have Copper. This also comes in many different variants. We have the regular Copper, then I think this is called Exposed Copper, and then you can see it's slowly starting to oxidize. And if you don't know what that means, it just means that like the oxygen is making it turn green over time. But this process can be stopped if you wax it. You just get a bit of honeycomb, and you right click it, and that will wax the block, and you can actually get a wax on and wax off achievement from this, just like in the Karate Kid. And then if you take an axe and right click it, you can just take the wax off again. And again, this does come in different variants as well. You can get the stairs and slabs, and there's a few different block types of it as well. Now onto the powder snow. This, I'm sure you've seen this before. If you stand on it, you start to slowly get that frozen effect around the corners of your screen, and obviously if you're in survival, that would kill you. This will give you a new death message as well. It'll just say like player froze to death. And I have these leather boots here because I will demonstrate. If we put on some leather boots and stand on it, we will not fall through, but the second you take them off, you just fall right through again. And lastly, I want to look at the new ore textures. At first I didn't like these, but I think I'm starting to slowly warm up to them. They're apparently to help colorblind people, but I don't really see how it's going to help that much. But we do have a deep slate version of the ore texture as well. So we've got the regular and deep slate, and we've got iron, gold, lapis, diamond, redstone, I think that's coal, emerald, and we now have a new copper ore, which if you mine this will give you a raw copper, which can be used to make a copper block, raw copper block, sorry, which will, that's the one that looks like beans. You can also do this with iron. You can get the raw iron block, which looks like beans as well. So yeah, that's all the new blocks out of the way. So now I want to look at some items and the mobs. So first let's start with the goats. These I had to trap them in a cage of barrier blocks because they kept jumping out, and they also scream as well, which is hilarious. But yes, these can be found on mountains. You don't have to wait for 1.18 for them to spawn. They will spawn on mountains now. We just don't get the terrain yet. But yeah, I think they're kind of funny mob in my opinion. Next, moving on to the axolotl, which I think is absolutely adorable. This is actually, if you didn't know this, this is a real animal, and I think the whole reason Mojang added them to the game was to bring awareness to them. But they are absolutely adorable, and they're not like regular fish that die on land. They can be on land as well, but they like water, so yeah, they are absolutely adorable. And last but not least, we have the glow squid. Now, a few people, or well, a lot of people were actually kind of mad when this was added, because it was, at the time, just a retextured squid. But we can now get the glow ink sac from this, which can be used to make the text on signs glow. You can choose the color of it. I don't know exactly how you do that. I tried to do it, but I couldn't figure it out. But a quick Google would help. So yeah, we have to thank Mojang for this, because they turned what was a useless mob into something that I'm really going to enjoy having around. So yeah, good job, Mojang. Now, lastly, onto the items. We have the spyglass first, which I have in my inventory. I will show you. So it looks a bit weird when you're holding it. Only in first person. If you go into third person, it looks completely normal. But then when you go into third person, it's a bit bugged, but I'm sure we'll fix that. And then if you right click, you can look through the telescope like so. This is good for us Bedrock players who don't have Optifine. And I can definitely see this as an object that I'll be carrying with me a lot when I'm going out to like exploring and everything, just so that I can see what's ahead of me and zoom in on things basically. Yeah, because I'm a Bedrock player. I don't have Optifine, which is sad, but yeah. Next we have the lightning rod. I think this one speaks for itself really. It diverts lightning towards the lightning rod. So let's say you're building outside in a thunderstorm and you don't want the lightning striking your building setting on fire. You can just place one of these and it will divert the lightning to the lightning rod, which will protect your builds. Next, the glow item frame. This can be used both as a light source and, well, no, that's not, this one's not a light source, but if you place an item in it, it will make it glow around it, which looks really, really cool. And this one is the one that is a light source. So the glow berries are the first item in Minecraft that can be used both as a light source and a food source. And it's just like the regular berries, it cures the same amount of hunger and saturation as the regular berries, and they can be used to tame foxes as well, but I think these look really cool. So the Skulk sensor, this is Java only unfortunately, but it is coming to Bedrock Edition soon. But basically what it does is it can detect vibrations in an 8-block radius, and these vibrations are caused by like players shooting projectiles or falling, or wheels shaking or pistons extending or things like that, and it will emit a redstone signal. So basically it is wireless redstone. And the goat horn, this again is Java only, but basically it doesn't really have an official purpose other than when you blow it, it makes a sound like the start of a pillager raid, and on the when it is released on Bedrock Edition, it will start a raid party nearby, but I don't think they're planning that for the Java edition at the moment, at least not until 1.18. I might be wrong. And you may have noticed that I left out the candles. That's just because, again, those are Java only, but they can be dyed different colors, so they can be red, black, blue, green, whatever you want. And they can also be placed on top of birthday cakes, like not birthday cakes, they can be placed on top of regular cakes, just like a birthday cake. And just like a turtle egg, you can place multiple of them on top of the same block. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude the first half of the Caves and Cliffs update so far. If I've missed anything out, then please let me know in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy this video, then please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as it's free and it motivates me to make more videos for you guys like this in the future. If you'd like to follow me on Twitch too, the link is down in the description so that you can go and follow me. And with that guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
What if we can't communicate? Something's gotta change. Cause what you need is a way to escape all the crazy commotion. And could you please find a way to display just a trace of emotion? I know we're gonna be okay if you don't keep pushing me away. You got me weak by the way you behave in the face of devotion. I'm not trying to convince you, but I'm pretty sure you're the one.